What's up, my archfiends of chaos? I'm off the clock today, and come back at you with a brand new vlog. This is none other than Key of the Night 57, and I want to talk to you and make a vlog video of why personally I'm an introvert, because I always get this question a lot. I always get people hit me up on the Twitter DMs, my Discord, and everyone asks, why are you such an introvert? How come you don't do how come you're not an extrovert? Well, first of all, I do have social awkwardness and social awkward tendencies, and that's just being realistic. I do have social awkward tendencies, first of all, you know. Growing up kind of as a nerd, because it's kind of the people I kind of associated with. Not to mention, I've always been awkward, you know, ever since, you know, even in high school, you know. Back then, I was super shy. Back then, I wouldn't even talk to anybody, let alone, I wouldn't talk to anybody, let alone, you know, even females. I used to be like so shy that I'd freeze up like, hi Tiffany, oh you're so beautiful. I was one of those type of people back in like school, of course, which lead to people bullying me. Of course, I grew out of this, and when you do become an adult, you kind of grow out of it, but you still keep some of your social awkward tendencies, you know, because you are the way you're made. That's just 100%. Your background does at least put 50% of what you are already into your system. It's already programmed. It's the programming in your system. But yes, does not mean I can't go to parties or do anything nowadays. In fact, I can now. I just don't. When I don't talk to people, it's either one or two things. One of the things is I have nothing to say. You know, I'm one of those that observes, see what everybody else is doing, and try to copy what everybody else is doing just to fit in. You know, it ain't the healthiest thing to do, but it's, you know, it's better than the alternative by, you know, making yourself look super awkward. Now, with awkward tendencies. Also, another reason why I'm an introvert as well, is I'd rather keep to myself. And it's mostly because of personal experiences. It's mostly personal experiences in my life that made me do this. I had trust issues, all in all. Whether I got bullied, betrayed, you know, betrayed by past girlfriends. So, I have a little thing inside me that makes me think that maybe, you know, they're gonna do something horrible to me later on. So I don't go around blotting my personal stuff to people who are most likely gonna mess with me, you know, or fuck with me, because that's just, you know, that's just how people that have been bullied operate. It's a safety mechanism. Another reason why I don't talk to a lot of people is it takes a day for me to get comfortable with you. It takes a day for me to get comfortable with you, because I still view you as a stranger, and I still got that thing in my mind where I might not be able to trust you, but it takes a whole day for me to actually start having a full conversation. The best thing to do is, you know, bring up something I'm either interested in, or just, you know, have it come up to me and actively start a discussion with me. If you really want to get to know me, you come up to me and actively get a discussion with me, then I'll talk to you. But otherwise, it's like I gotta have a day to know you, because I don't know you and I don't know what you're capable of. I don't know what you could do to me. But, you know, it's mostly, I got the observed behavior. I rather just sit there and observe what's going on instead of, you know, going out there, you know, and get myself disappointed. I think that's what mostly my awkward tendencies come from, you know, is it comes from, you know, from all the stuff, and I get made fun of a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I really do get made fun of a whole lot by people. You know, I had people put my personal business, I've told them in person, all over Facebook, and embarrass me. I've had shitty things happen to me. And most introverts aren't just because people have Asperger's or this or that. It could also be things that happen in their life. I've trusted people in the past, and all they did was use me and abuse me, and you know, use me and abuse me, and make fun of me behind my back. And so I've had some shitty things happen to me in my life that makes me not trust people. So it really does take a day for me to actually want to engage and put you in my open circle, but you have to actively come to me and talk to me. And it takes a whole day for you to get me to actually get into making a full conversation, because I don't know you, and I have this thing in my mind where I can't trust this person because this person's a stranger. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he or she's thinking. So it's mostly the factors that, you know, why I live an introvert lifestyle. It's really just because of things that happened to me in my life that made me the way I am. You know, I've been bullied mercilessly in high school and middle school. I have been, you know, I had friends who betrayed me, friends who used me for shit, friends who threw me away after they couldn't get what they want from me. I've had so much in my life. I had so much in my life, and not just only friends, but even ex-girlfriends that messed me up. So, you know, it's mostly the psychological traumas I faced in the past is the real reason why I'm introverted, because, you know, you develop trust issues once something bad has happened to you. This is why you gotta be good to people. You know, you can't just be evil and mean to people just because you don't like the way they look or any of this, because you don't know what stuff other people has gone through. You don't know the kind of shit that they've been through. You'd be surprised to know, you know, there's people out there that have been abused by their parents, you know, their teachers, you know, the people in the church, whatever have you. But some introverts are created by what the world has done to us, because so many people are such assholes. It gets hard to trust everybody, and you gotta be very careful, because people have gotten to the point where they defend themselves being assholes and try to justify by saying this person's weird, so we gotta put them down. We gotta tell them how horrible they are. We gotta tell them, you know, they're not good enough, or they're not believing in the right kind of politics, so we gotta put them down and make them feel horrible for them believing with it. And see, it's that kind of abuse, that emotional abuse from other people that causes people to turn introverted as well. So pretty much why I'm an introvert really is mostly because of trust issues, because I've had problems trusting people. So, you know, when I'm on the internet, yes, I act like an extrovert, but that's because the internet is different than real life. The real world is way much colder and crueler than the stuff on the internet. And you could fake any kind of personality on the internet. You could become any kind of persona on the internet, and actually, you know, people will believe you actively. You know, when you go out in the real world, you know, people see you for who you really are. But nonetheless, you know, there isn't really nothing wrong with being an introvert, but you gotta be able to live a functional lifestyle. You gotta be able to be open with stuff. You know, be open to people and be able to talk to anybody without fearing rejection or abuse. You gotta live an active lifestyle where you as a person stop being afraid of what others can do and start living life the way you should. But yes, that's why I'm an introvert, so may the crystal be with you. Thank you for listening to this vlog.
You know something about Dr. Lucretius' experiments? This is the beginning of Genesis Revelation. This is not only the battle beneath the earth.